I read this book, and all of these, 10 times each. Today, I'm going to go over one lesson from each and spend 60 seconds explaining how it has changed my life.
Number 1, Viper's Tangle by Francois Mauriac. Lesson: don't wait until it's too late. Viper's Tangle is about a man who becomes addicted to hoarding money to the point where it ruins the relationship he has with his family. At the end of his life, after his wife has died and his kids already hate him, he realizes the folly of his ways. The central message I took away from this book is to be more aware of the consequences of your actions and to correct your mistakes before it is too late. Number 2, The Gulag Archipelago by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Lesson: silence leads to subjugation. The Gulag Archipelago is a sickening account of the period between 1917 and 1956 in which Stalin orchestrated the building and implementation of concentration camps throughout the Soviet Union. The scale and brutality of forced labor that occurred is hard to fathom. The death toll from this time is estimated to be around 60 million. The author speaks to how none of this may have occurred had there been more pushback, had there been more resistance, had there been a concerted, unified effort from the people, effectively saying, no, this will not go on. Number 3, The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. Lesson: your actions inspire others. The Fountainhead tells the story of Howard Roark, a man who embodies a peculiar form of perfection. In this book, society has trouble figuring out what to do with such an individual. For years, Roark lives in destitution, only for the world to ultimately bend to his demands. This book reminds me of the quote by Franz Kafka: don't bend, don't water it down, don't try to make it logical. Don't edit your own soul according to fashion. Rather, follow your most intense obsessions mercilessly. Number 4, The Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov. Lesson: TBD. The Master and Margarita is a strange book where Satan visits Moscow. It was banned for years as it parallels the Soviet Union government to Satan. The reason, however, that I keep returning to this book is simply for the creativity, the unconstrained folly and strangeness of the events that take place. There is simply something magical about this book that never fails to satisfy. Finally, number 5, The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Lesson: TBD as well. For me, this book is the hardest of all to summarize. The plot follows the parricidal murder of the father of a family at the hands of his eldest son. This book made me think more deeply about more aspects of life than I ever have before. Every time I read it, I discover an amazing new insight, either about myself or the world, which the author provokes. One aspect that is super interesting about this book is the way the different characters' lives play out. I tend to model my own life based off the actions that different characters take and how successful those actions played out in the book. It's almost like a user manual for how to live a good life. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please like. If you want to see more videos like this relating to self-improvement, practical philosophy, and simply adding value to the world, you should join our community. That's all for now. Hope to see you next time.